Early this morning, the commissioner's office was very busy. Kieran Perot was running from Snapper Rocks to Kira. Jesse Miley Dyer as well with the Roxy Pro semifinals stacked up and ready to go. And they made the official move from the top of Snapper all the way down to Kira for perfection. There's a little bit of guesswork to be accomplished, but we did get a 10 from this man, Griffin Colapinto, to eliminate Michel Perez. Now he's getting started against Julian Wilson. This guy is cool, calm, and collected, comfortable in the CT jersey, and he'll kick off with the lead against Julian.
Yeah, well, nice little opener right there for Griffin, picking up where he left off, Joe. And that's what you got to do, just try and keep that feeling going. Beautiful drop, nice positioning in the tube. Wasn't a deep one. A couple of nice little turns.
Just looks so comfortable. Hasn't celebrated too early. And he sure got a lot of messages after that round one heat from back home in San Clemente. Driving through this one is Julian Wilson, wide open pit.
Oh.
Wilson makes it once more through the inside, and he shows off why he is a pipe master. Beautiful answer to Griffin's wave.
That was an amazing wave for Julian Wilson. You want to use your right hand to sort of slow yourself down and feel how fast that wave's going. Julian can't do that, so he's got to take off deeper than normal and drive through those sections, which is going to make that wave look a lot more critical. And the judges like it when you're sort of driving through the section as opposed to slowing down for it. That's going to be a great score for Julian Wilson to kick things off. Let's have a look from the water. You can see he's not touching the wave. Why? Because that arm is in danger of being hurt. And you heard Rabbit Bartholomew talk about that. If kind of had a feeling he was going to come out for it. I'm like, well, he just dropped a 10 in the quarters. Why not drop another 10 here in the semis? Let's have a look. Slows down. Maybe that's why he didn't come out. He needed to drive through that section. Backdooring again. Drain pipe, and there comes the board flying out without the surfer on it. But look how thick this little wave is, Joe. Up and over the foam ball right there, and another one, and yet another one. So Griffin's so deep. He needed that minus helmet with a light on to see his way out of that. And unfortunate for Griffin, the board came out without him on it, but wow.
He's a little kid. He just want to show off for all the campers there learning how to surf. Just this little Grom running up and down the beach, and everyone was just amazed with what he was doing. So I think he got really hooked on that feeling of performing for people. This is Julian driving through that beautiful section. An easy make, and goes for a big, crazy spin out the back. Was able to use that left arm to coil up for a massive move that he's locked in so many times in video parts. Julian start an 8.17. Last of Griffin on the near make, a 3.5.
Another beautiful barrel for Julian. You can watch, he sort of thought about dragging his hand, but then realized he needed to put the pedal to the metal, and he comes flying out. Had he completed that, then we're going to be looking at well and truly excellent scores from Julian Wilson. Well, I thought that wave was going to go a little higher, 5.6, so not quite a combo situation, but a 9.54 required by Griffin.
Chipping in now is Julian Wilson. Slow motion on the read, but an absolute cave on the sandbar. Casual in his approach to get out. Looks like he's all right, but that thing sucked all the water off the bank. Last wave was pretty insane to watch. Now we watch this. Griffin Colapinto locking in. Messy section deep on the pit. Another little racetrack down the sandbar. He goes down. Griffin just stalled into that thing. It looked incredible.
First section going, oh, well, this will do. And all of a sudden it connected, and it had like a little crease in each section, so it broke it up a bit for him.
Here comes Griffin looking for a 9.54 in the pit, stalling with both arms in the wall. Negotiates the finish well to get credit for the barrel ride. So remember his low score, 3.5, chipping away. If he betters his 4.23, that's his high score. He'll need less than a 9.54. It means a lot to Colapinto to be a part of that. As we watch this, deep takeoff for Griffin. Multiple sections running down the sandbank. The rookie still looking for some clear water to get the exit. Making the tour was a huge one, winning the qualifying series. Here comes Julian Wilson. Setting up this cavern, he'll step off. Such a solid barrel rider. He knew right away he wanted to get out of there.
Let's have a look at this one.
Wilson locks in. Big section in front of him, so unable to pull in.
That was an interesting choice right there.
So a quick wave there. But there wasn't a clear read that he even had a barrel option. His low score of 5.6. World-class surfers joining that charge. Well, one, the crowd was hard to get waves, but then the intensity. As we look at Julian's entry in.
Oh, wow. Well, that was a virtual closeout, and Julian
was just as big and thick. He'll probably be getting another solid score. Griffin needs to make a move. Airdrop. Slams on the brakes and disappears. Another great completion for the kid from San Clemente. And he'll hop on out of there. Griffin loving his dream job. Yet another tube ride, trying to better a 4.23, but really trying to break down an 8.34. We also need to find out if Julian improved on his 5.6 on the last exchange.
Exit Griffin, free falling again. He loves that approach to this wave. Hits the brakes, pulls in nice and clean, and comes out the end. So both guys getting barreled in different ways. Julian's a little thicker, a little bigger.
Such a critical entry into the pit. Last score for Colapinto is in at a 6.23, his best. He's up again. Now needs a 7.55 into the closeout. Already broke a board in this heat. Back out for more. He's starting to really heat up towards the tail end. Griffin's looking for it now. He's driving. Sets his rail. Great positioning in the pit. Makes the first section. Wants the bonus down the line.
Oh.
And Griffin goes down.
Wow.
Had
almost
a double barrel opportunity. We'll get credit for the first one and the second one. Just so close spots. We've seen them do that all the time, even in different conditions, going above the lip. Let's check it out again.
All right, well, look at this, driving through that section, nice and deep. Now he comes out there. He could have straightened out. There was a moment there where he could have literally pulled out of that wave, and that would have been a complete ride. Look at that, beautiful positioning, driving through that section, nice and tight. Right there was an opportunity to come out of that. Just bit off a little bit more than he needed to, and the score dropping right now, and it's not enough.
Julian Wilson makes the final for the second time in his career at the Quiksilver Pro, and will be taking on Ace Buchan in the final a little bit later on today. Coming up next, the WSL Update Show. Go over the big highlights of Finals Day.